I don't even really consider it necessarily just regular theater. It's activism theater, and we're trying to spread information and to inspire people to make a difference.
We are basically a play.
More of a movement.
Talk about social injustice and problems in the world. We kind of educate people about those things.
I think it's really powerful because it's coming from young people and they actually understand what they're talking about.
I call the entire thing Girl Wake Project because it's more than just the play. We're trying to spread information and to inspire people to make a difference the way that they know how and for the subjects that they're passionate about. We talk about refugees and what that term means. We have a scene that we've done every year about child marriage, which is a serious issue in Idaho.
I just stood still. I knew nothing of what it meant to be a wife. I knew nothing of what it meant to be with a man. I knew nothing of what it meant to be imprisoned.
I now know what it is to be beaten.
I now know what it is to be uneducated.
We have one called Perfect that's about expectations for perfection on the female body and how we can handle that as we grow up or exist as women in the world.
I want to be like her. Like her. Like her. No, not me. Me? You. Like you. You are so perfect. I hate you. I hate me. Me. Me.
Kind of every year I take a look at what's speaking to me in the headlines and in the world and try and make sure that our show is as up to date as it can be and as relevant as it can be for the girls who are performing in it and what they experience every day, and also for us as community members, making sure that everybody is as informed as they can be. They can take their own opinion, but we just present this is what it means.
Each individual person can make a change, especially when you come together as a group. So what Girl Wake Project does is we're looking to cast 5 to 7 girls this year, and then some crew if you are interested.
Every year we cast girls between the ages of 9 and 18 to participate in a year-long commitment, and we put on a production. I've been really fortunate in that many girls have re-auditioned each year, and I've really started to depend on that in a lot of ways because there's nothing like having girls show up knowing how the project works. There's a lot of nerves that go into being part of Girl Wake, I think, especially when you get cast and you don't exactly know what to expect. And if you have no performance background, which I love when people don't, it can be so much to learn to say lines and to switch scenes and to mix them up. And so having girls who have done it before say, oh, it's no big deal, this is what we do. And they it gives everybody in the cast who's new this chance to say, well, no matter what happens, these 3 have my back and we'll make it work. Every year I update the script to have new statistics and I add and pull new scenes. So like for this year we have a brand new scene that I wrote called The Clap Back about women in science and mathematics, and that's never been in the show before.
This scene is all about clapping back at the fact that a lot of times women aren't as successful in STEM jobs because there's a lot of factors that go against them.
One study found that the resumes submitted for lab technicians that had female names on them had a significantly lower chance of being hired, regardless of their stellar qualifications.
My whole plan has been, start off small and grow the community that I'm building, but also grow with the community that I'm in, so that I can eventually make a global difference in a different way. And also, how can I increase the student voice that's in it? How can I help the girls that are in it really truly speak their own words and not just mine all the time? I think one of the biggest lessons that I've learned and that I try and impart to my girls is that it doesn't matter how big our audience is, it just really doesn't, because we never know what kind of impact we're making. Sometimes we'll never know, but every once in a while we get these little clues. We did a production at a small church in Spokane, and after the show, a woman approached me and said, I want to donate $100 to your project because it was the best thing I've ever seen to see a girl who looks like what I did when I was little on stage. I mean, how do we know? It's I would never have known that was going through her mind. She was getting something out of the show that I never could have written into it at all.
I've learned so much because I used to be very focused on my community and activism in just my community, but now I'm more focused on activism across the world in other countries with girls who are having issues that are totally different from this community.
It has made me a lot more open to what is happening in the world. I learned a lot of stuff just from the facts and the scenes. There were things happening in the world I didn't know were happening.
It has empowered me to not be afraid to step into a leadership position. Gorilla Wake empowered me to be like, yeah, if I want to do whatever I want to do, that's okay and I'm allowed to do that. And I think that's something that I learned from Gorilla Wake. I hope that it develops into something where more people hear about it.
I hope for it to grow, and I can really see it grow and become like a thing, kind of like Girl Scouts.
You really can make a difference through the show, just talking.
I think that there needs to be more opportunities for young people in the community to have a say, and that they're so clever and brilliant, and some of the best people I know in the world are 11, 12-year-olds, and they're passionate and they have wonderful ideas, and yet we never give them a platform to express it themselves or to talk about what it is to be them at that age. I think that bringing a group of girls together into leadership positions can really change their outlook and their future prospects and the way that they interact with the world. Maybe I'm not going to change the entire world, but I could change 6 girls at a time.